For a lot of people, the Game Boy was the portable system that played watered-down versions of Super Mario Bros. And Final Fantasy. For me, however, Nintendo's handheld was home to a lot of weird puzzle games like Kwirk and Boxxle. The new game Warlocks Tower took me back to my childhood of trying to figure out one brain-teasing level after another in glorious black and white. This is definitely a game that would have fit in perfectly next to all of my old little Game Boy cartridges. But is that enough to make it worth playing in 2019? Let's find out. You know how postal employees will proudly proclaim that neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night will keep them from delivering the mail? Well, Warlocks Tower is gonna put that saying to the test. This is the story of Tim, a brave mailman who's been tasked with delivering an important letter to an evil warlock named, well, Evil Warlock. You see, this is a guy who sits at the top of his life-draining tower plotting his revenge on those who shunned him. Hoping to prevent a catastrophe, the rest of the world leaders have gotten together to write a peace message that'll hopefully prove to the evil warlock that he's actually loved. This is a suicide mission, but Tim is up for the challenge. He'll start at the ground floor and puzzle his way through 100 bite-sized levels in an effort to deliver the mail and save the world. The problem is that he only has a certain number of steps that he can use before he's snapped out of existence. The trick is to use those steps wisely and pick up special items that'll give our hero a few more much-needed moves. If he can move strategically and get to the exit in one piece, then he'll move on to the next stage and go deeper into the tower. As you'd imagine, this simple premise quickly escalates by adding a bunch of different types of enemies, traps, keys, conveyor belts, dark rooms, and even an extra character that you'll have to move around in order to solve the larger puzzles. The levels go from easy, single-screen pushovers to elaborate affairs that'll have you trying out every combination before getting it right. Now, I'll confess, I was initially dubious that there would be enough wrinkles to this concept to keep me interested for 100 stages, but I was wrong. Warlocks Tower is a game that continues to add new obstacles and make sweeping changes right up to the very end. And I like how a lot of this is worked into the story thanks to various conversations we have with other people stuck in the tower. There's more personality to this game than you normally get from this type of puzzler. And I like how it didn't feel forced like some of the old Game Boy games. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Kwirk. At the same time, there's nothing especially original here. We've seen a lot of these concepts and obstacles in other games, and if the first few levels don't hook you, then the rest of Warlock's Tower certainly won't. There are also a few levels that took a lot more trial and error than I would have liked, which isn't helped by the occasionally stiff gameplay. On the other hand, a lot of these issues could easily be leveled at those old-school puzzle games that clearly influenced the developer. Sure, we've seen a lot of this before, but not in this kind of monochromatic package. Between the 8-bit graphics, the bite-sized levels, and the chiptune soundtrack, this is a game that could have easily skated by on nothing more than its nostalgic charm. But I'm happy to say that there are some pretty good puzzles to be found in Warlock's Tower. If you grew up playing puzzle games like Kwirk and Boxxle on the Game Boy, then you're gonna find a lot to like in Warlock's Tower. This is a fun little puzzler with personality to spare. Every time you think you've survived everything the Warlock can throw at you, he always has another card up his robe. It's not especially original, and the stiff gameplay is occasionally an issue. But Warlock's Tower is a delightful brain teaser that doesn't have to rely on nostalgia to be fun. Hi, thanks for watching our review. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new reviews and features almost every day. Now here's the question I have for you. What's your favorite Game Boy game? Ooh, there's so many to choose from, so I can't wait to see what you come up with. In other news, it appears that this is the week where I review nothing but black and white games. Warlock today and Grizzland yesterday. Well, you know, I'm still digging through my pile of games, so look for more reviews in the near future. In the meantime, I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.